Hi everyone, welcome to Time-Tested Advice, where we dive into profound truths that help you reach your highest capability. Regardless of you're new here or a returning viewer, this episode is a standout, tailored especially for the strong, independent Sigma females. Those who choose their own path, ignore the crowd, and value independence. Even the most independent among us have areas we overlook. We all have lessons we wish we'd learned sooner. As Sigma females, you value being self-reliant, right? You enjoy being alone, you cherish your inner strength, and you often put personal development above seeking approval from others. But that doesn't mean there aren't things you wish you'd discovered earlier. Think about how much stronger and more confident you would be if you had learned these important truths a bit earlier. In today's episode, I'm revealing 11 crucial insights that every Sigma female needs to hear. Powerful secrets that, had you discovered them earlier, might have completely transformed the way you navigate life, career, relationships, and even your own self-awareness. These aren't just ordinary tips. They're profound, deep-dive insights that strike right at the core of what it means to live a purposeful, fulfilling, and empowered life as a Sigma female. So, settle in and prepare yourself, because by the time this video ends, you'll gain the clarity and wisdom needed to make the next chapter of your life even stronger and more impactful than ever before. Number 1. Finding order in the mess. Using chaos as a tool for growth. Sigma females are known to have a reputation for preferring their own space and the need to manage everything themselves. You enjoy planning, arranging each detail, and making sure things are just perfect, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, sometimes you might realize that life doesn't always stick to your plans. One big teaching that Sigma females often wish they had learned sooner is the benefit of embracing a bit of disorder. But what does that actually imply? Let's picture this. You're an artist in front of an empty canvas. You have your brushes, your paints, and your idea of what to create. But then, something unplanned happens. You accidentally smear a dab of paint where it wasn't meant to go. It seems like chaos, right? But rather than throwing away the canvas, you go with it. You let this unexpected event inspire you, transforming that error into something new and even more wonderful than you originally intended. This is the true beauty of controlled madness. In our lives, it's usually the surprises, the things we hadn't planned for, that bring us the most joy. When you stop trying to control everything and let a little chaos in, you discover opportunities you'd never have thought about. Instead of viewing obstacles as something that stops you, you begin to see them as chances to grow, be innovative, and get creative. Embracing this kind of chaos gives you the flexibility to change directions, adapt, and evolve in ways you couldn't have foreseen. It makes you tougher, more open to new ideas, and better prepared for anything life might toss your way. The most rewarding part. Once you learn this lesson, you move beyond strict plans to a place where true creativity can blossom. Sigma females who manage to mix their need for control with a willingness to face the unknown often find their lives more enriched and satisfying. The next time life hits you with the unexpected, take a moment and think, how can I turn this mess into something meaningful? Number 2, ripple effect, making a difference without making noise. Sigma females are often not properly understood in a significant way. Their calm assurance is often seen as a lack of impact. However, Sigma females know a crucial truth. You don't have to raise your voice to make yourself heard. You don't have to take over conversations to leave a mark. This leads us to the idea of the ripple effect, something Sigma females often wish they had grasped sooner in life. So, what is the ripple effect? Picture yourself at the brink of a vast canyon, shouting into the void. The sound waves hit the canyon walls and echo back to you, getting weaker each time they return. Similarly, in life, your actions and words have a way of echoing. What you do and say today can influence people and situations long after you're gone from the scene. Sigma females, who are often silent, careful, and considerate in their actions, tend to make a bigger difference than those who are always center stage. How is this possible? It's because their influence comes from the quiet power of their goals. Sigma females realize that making noise isn't the key. It's about making meaningful choices. Each decision you make, each conversation you engage in, each project you contribute to, all of these leave a mark. However, the effect of your actions doesn't need to be immediate or visible at once. The subtle steps you take now might have long-lasting effects, shaping people and situations in ways you might never see. Consider a quiet leader who seldom speaks up, but when she does, everyone tunes in. Why? Because her words are impactful. Her deeds speak volumes. People respect her not because she seeks attention, but because she earns it with her quiet, thoughtful, and purposeful actions. Sigma females who grasp this early in life understand that their influence doesn't come from being the loudest, but from ensuring every action is meaningful. It's about being tactical, purposeful, and recognizing that sometimes the deepest impacts are those that take time to manifest. By grasping this, you can steer through life and your relationships more smoothly, knowing that your quiet strength is actually your most significant power. Number 3. Self-reflection, facing and overcoming your hidden side. Here's a teaching that might be tough to accept, but can truly change you. Self-reflection. You might be asking, what is self-reflection? It's the act of facing the parts of yourself that you've hidden, ignored, or denied. It involves dealing with the darker sides of your personality, the fears, insecurities, and unresolved problems that affect how you act, often without you knowing it. Sigma females, known for being independent, often wish they had tackled this inner work sooner. As Sigma females, we tend to push ourselves to be strong, resilient, and to handle life's challenges alone without seeking help. Although these qualities are beneficial, they can sometimes prevent us from engaging in the deep, emotional healing that's necessary. We believe that by ignoring our insecurities and fears, we'll outgrow them. However, the reality is, the issues you avoid will keep affecting you from the background. For instance, you might pride yourself on being extremely independent, but beneath that, there could be an unaddressed fear of being vulnerable or rejected. Or perhaps you've always kept yourself emotionally distant from others, viewing it as a strength, when in fact it was a way to dodge getting hurt. These are the shadows we carry, and until we face them, they'll continue to shape our lives in ways we might not notice. Self-reflection involves uncovering the hidden aspects of yourself and bringing them into the open. It's about accepting these parts, understanding them, and making them a part of who you are. This process helps you become a more complete and balanced person. You stop being controlled by the parts of yourself that you've been ignoring. Instead, you start drawing strength from them. As a Sigma female, one of the strongest actions you can take is to confront yourself directly. This task isn't simple and might feel uncomfortable at times, but the benefits are significant. By engaging in this deep self-reflection, you release yourself from old habits and behaviors that are no longer beneficial. You gain deeper self-awareness, enhance your emotional intelligence, and in turn, increase your influence and impact. And here's the greatest benefit. When you fully embrace and integrate your subconscious, those aspects of yourself can no longer be weaponized by anyone. Number 4. Thought waves. How your motives shape your world. Let's dive into a powerful, yet sometimes ignored aspect of your life: your motive. If you identify as a Sigma female, you likely take pride in being thoughtful and purposeful with your actions. Have you ever considered how the thoughts and motives you hold can shape your whole world? Understanding this early on can transform how you handle everything in life. Imagine your motive as tiny stones and your mind as a calm lake. Each thought you have is like tossing a stone into that lake, causing ripples to spread out. The clearer and more focused your motive, the more your actions will align with them, and the more you will start to see the effects of those ripples in your life. However, there's a challenge. Many people live without thinking about their motives. They move through life on autopilot, responding to whatever comes their way, without really thinking about why they act as they do. Sigma females are not immune to this. You might be pursuing goals or outcomes without fully grasping the motives behind them. Here's a simple fact. If you're not sure why you're doing something, you might end up feeling lost, unsatisfied, and disconnected from yourself. Imagine you're working hard towards a career goal. You're spending lots of time on it and doing everything right, but you still feel unhappy and as if something is missing. This could be because you're driven by a reason you haven't fully admitted to yourself. Perhaps you're seeking approval from others, or you think you should reach a level of accomplishment. However, when you pause and make sure your actions match your real goals, like personal satisfaction, creativity, or having a significant impact, everything starts to change. You become less frustrated and begin to enjoy and find meaning in what you're doing. Sigma females, who are good at setting clear goals, find that life becomes smoother. They stop struggling against challenges and start moving along with them. They realize that their thoughts and goals are strong tools that, if used correctly, can shape a life that matches their true desires and principles. That's the key. Making sure your thoughts line up with your deepest beliefs is where real satisfaction comes from. So, take a moment to think. What goals are driving what you do right now? And do they match the life you really want to build? Number 5. Mastering detachment. Gain freedom by releasing control. Here's a concept that often takes Sigma females quite a bit of time to really understand: letting go, or detachment. You might wonder, isn't it natural to cling to our dreams, ambitions, and relationships to make sure they don't fall apart? Yes, it is. But here's the twist. The more tightly you cling to something, the more you might choke it. Letting go isn't about not caring. It's actually about caring a lot, but not being fixated on a specific result. It means loving someone freely without trying to control them. It involves chasing your dreams enthusiastically, but recognizing that even if things don't happen the way you hope, you haven't failed. One common regret many Sigma females share is using too much energy to control outcomes, whether in relationships, career steps, or personal aims. We've all done it. You give your all to something, and if it doesn't work out, you're crushed. Here's what to learn from this. When you stop insisting on a certain result, you open the door to many new opportunities. For instance, picture yourself climbing a mountain, aiming only for the peak. You've trained and prepared, focusing solely on reaching the top. But on your climb, you spot an incredible view, a scene you'd miss if you only looked upward to your goal. At that moment, you have a decision. Continue pushing to the peak, or pause to enjoy the view and appreciate the path you're on. Letting go is similar. It's about enjoying the process without being obsessed with one outcome. Sigma females who grasp this early often find life smoother, more fun, and less stressful. They stop trying to force outcomes and instead let things happen as they may. And the best part, when you detach from outcomes, things often turn out even better than you hoped. Releasing the need to control isn't about surrendering. It's about having faith that everything will unfold in a way that serves your highest good. And the sense of liberation that comes with it, absolutely invaluable. Number 6. The reflection principle. Others show you what you haven't recognized in yourself. Here's a teaching that might be tough to take in, but if you grasp it, it will transform how you see the world. Emotional reflection. So, what's that about? It suggests that people around you, especially those who annoy or challenge you, are actually reflecting parts of you that you haven't fully recognized or accepted. Pause and think for a moment. Is there someone who really bothers you? It could be someone at work, a friend, or a family member. They do or say things that really get on your nerves, but you can't pin down exactly why. Often the reason is that they're showing you parts of yourself that you haven't yet come to terms with. For instance, imagine a colleague who always brags about what they achieve, and it bothers you. It might seem like they're just being boastful, but perhaps they're reflecting a part of you that desires more acknowledgement, a part you haven't yet embraced or expressed. Emotional reflection teaches us that the qualities we dislike in others are often qualities we haven't accepted in ourselves. This doesn't mean you have to start enjoying the company of every annoying person, but it does suggest you should consider what their behavior might be revealing about you. Sigma females especially are very self-reliant and value being aware of themselves. However, even those who are very aware can miss certain aspects about themselves, and the people around us can act like mirrors, showing us parts of ourselves that we might not see clearly. The best way to learn from these situations is to be curious rather than critical. Think to yourself, what is this person revealing to me about myself? Which part of me that needs healing is reacting right now? By thinking this way, you can transform challenging relationships into valuable opportunities for self-improvement. Rather than viewing these people as opponents, start seeing them as mentors who help you face and accept aspects of yourself you've been ignoring. And here's where it gets wonderful. Once you recognize and accept these parts of yourself, the people who used to upset you no longer have that effect. They no longer reflect your unresolved issues, and you can deal with them with a sense of peace and understanding. So, the next time someone irritates you, pause and think, what's this really about? You might discover they're actually helping you learn something crucial about yourself. Number 7. Finding balance. Finding strength in the silent gaps. Sigma females usually have a strong focus on their objectives. Whether it's a professional goal, a personal goal, or a big change in life, we dedicate ourselves completely to achieving it. However, it's important to remember that life isn't just about reaching the end point. A lot of our personal growth and important changes happen during the journey, in those quiet times of transition that we often don't notice. Many Sigma females come to realize this later than they'd like. We're so caught up in chasing the next big achievement that we sometimes forget to stop and enjoy the process. But the truth is, the moments in between, those pauses on our way to bigger things, are where the true wonders occur. Consider this. When you are waiting for something, like a job promotion, a change in a relationship, or personal development, how do you spend that time? Are you anxious, always looking forward to the next big thing? Or do you value that period, using it to think, adjust, and get ready for what's next. Sigma females who manage these waiting periods with calm and mindfulness often lead more rewarding lives. They realize that life is not just about achieving goals, it's about the experience of the journey. It's about the lessons learned, the person you become, and the growth that happens in those still moments between major milestones. Let's think about the gaps between different jobs or when you're changing careers. A lot of people might feel unsure or nervous during these times. But what if you looked at it as a chance to really think about who you are, to try new things, and to reconsider what you really want out of life? What if you saw it as a chance to get ready for your next big step, instead of hurrying to find the next major achievement? Sigma females who grasp this idea start to value the quiet times in life, the moments that let us change and grow. They realize that growing doesn't always need to be in the spotlight. It often happens quietly, while you're waiting and thinking about what's next. And when you start to enjoy these quiet moments, you'll see that life becomes more calm, meaningful, and rewarding. Number 8. Letting go of the result. Achieving success by letting go the need for it. At first, this next lesson might seem a bit strange, but bear with me. The less you focus on needing to win, the better your chances of success. This lesson teaches us the importance of not getting too caught up in expecting certain results. Sigma females are motivated. We set targets, dream big, and push hard to meet them. Yet there's a twist here. When you're overly fixed on a certain result, you might shut yourself off from other options that could be even greater than what you initially thought. Take this scenario. You're determined to get a promotion at work. You've dedicated many hours and done everything perfectly. However, when the decision is made, the promotion goes to someone else. It's natural to feel crushed, as if all your effort was wasted. But consider this. Being locked into wanting that promotion might have made you overlook other paths. Perhaps there's a more suitable position for you at another company. Or maybe this disappointment is the push you need to start a project you've been dreaming about. Letting go of the need for specific outcomes helps you see these other possibilities. Not being fixated doesn't mean you stop caring about your goals. It means you chase them with enthusiasm and commitment, but you remain open to different outcomes that might even exceed your original plans. Sigma females who grasp this concept early find that life gets less tense and more fulfilling. They are no longer trapped by their own expectations. Instead, they believe that whatever happens is meant to be part of a bigger plan, and they stay open to surprise opportunities that come their way. The secret to mastering this lesson lies in focusing on the process, not just the final goal. Enjoy the journey. Appreciate the work you put in, no matter how things turn out. When you adopt this mindset, you'll see that success often follows more smoothly and in ways you might not have expected. And here's an extra perk. When you let go of the pressure to win, you'll find that you're more likely to secure true, long-term victory. Number 9. The strength of gentleness. Power in embracing your weakness. Let's discuss a common challenge for many Sigma females: showing weakness. Sigma females take pride in their independence and skill to overcome any obstacle they face. Yet, there's a twist. Real strength can actually be found in showing your softer side and being open about your feelings. For a lot of Sigma females, the thought of being vulnerable seems like a sign of weakness. You might have spent your life building barriers, crafting a protective shell around yourself to guard against pain, rejection, or failure. While these barriers might have been helpful, they can also trap you, preventing you from forming deep and genuine connections that only come when you're fully open with others. Honestly, there's a lot of power in being open about your feelings. When you let yourself be open, you're really just admitting you're human. You understand that it's okay not to be perfect all the time. This lets other people help you, and it helps real, genuine friendships grow. Many Sigma females wish they'd learned this sooner. They've spent years putting up barriers, believing that being strong means you never show your soft side. However, they come to see that true strength includes being gentle sometimes. Being open about your feelings doesn't weaken you, it completes you. It helps you form closer bonds with people and builds deeper, more meaningful friendships. Consider this. The people we look up to, the ones who really motivate us, are usually those brave enough to share their weak spots. They are honest about their challenges, not scared to say they need help, and open about what scares them. That's what makes them strong. That's why we can relate to them. Sigma females who accept this mix of gentleness and strength find that they don't become weaker. Instead, they become stronger. They grow more resilient, more caring, and more connected to others. And here's the exciting part. When you let yourself be open about your feelings, you inspire others to do the same. You start a chain reaction of openness, trust, and connection that doesn't just change your life, but also the lives of those in your surroundings. The next time you feel like keeping everyone at a distance, ask yourself, what if I were a bit gentler? What if I opened up to someone? You might discover that being open is actually a way to tap into a stronger and more satisfying life. Number 10. Navigating the tides of change, embracing life's unpredictable currents. As Sigma females, you often plan your life with precision and intentionality, like a navigator plotting a course on a vast ocean. However, one critical lesson to embrace fully is the art of navigating the inevitable tides of change. Life, much like the ocean, presents days of calm and periods of stormy turbulence. Learning to embrace change involves adjusting your sails to the shifting winds, rather than waiting passively for the winds to align with your original plans. This skill is about recognizing that change is not merely a force to be endured, but a dynamic and potent ally in your personal and professional development. When you begin to view each twist and turn in your life as an opportunity for growth and learning, you transform potential obstacles into valuable milestones. Whether it involves a sudden career shift, the beginning or end of a relationship, or unexpected personal challenges, the ability to adapt with grace and strategic foresight can turn any scenario into a stepping stone toward greater fulfillment and success. Embracing change makes you more resilient, flexible, and innovative, qualities that enable you to thrive in the face of adversity. By seeing change as a constant companion on your journey, you can navigate life's unpredictable currents with confidence and poise, making the most of each opportunity to grow. Number 11. The power of quiet moments, finding strength in silence. For the Sigma female, life is often a bustling stage where you assume multiple roles, from a visionary leader to a creative innovator. Yet, among the most transformative and empowering lessons is the discovery of strength in silence. In today's fast-paced world, the value of quiet moments can be overlooked. However, it is within these serene interludes, these precious breaths between the demands and decisions, that you connect deeply with your inner self. Embracing solitude is not about isolating yourself or feeling lonely. Rather, it is about appreciating your own company and cultivating a profound inner peace that echoes through all aspects of your life. Silence allows you to listen to your own thoughts without distraction, align your actions with your deepest values, and strategize your future endeavors with clear, focused intention. These quiet moments are not passive. They are active and powerful periods of self-reflection and recharging. They equip you with calm, clarity, and renewed energy to return to your daily tasks. Sigma females who learn to cherish and utilize these silent intervals often find they are not just better prepared to tackle external challenges, but are also leading lives enriched with purpose, balance, and inner harmony. In embracing the quiet, you discover a reservoir of strength that supports sustained success and personal fulfillment. And there you go, everyone 11. Transformative lessons that every Sigma female should learn early on. These aren't just survival tips, they're about flourishing. They're about accepting who you truly are, releasing the burdens that limit you, and shaping the life you're destined to lead. Every one of these teachings, whether it's learning to thrive in creative messiness, getting better at letting go, or understanding the strength in gentleness, can deeply transform your life. These teachings are tough, but they're exactly what you need to progress in your personal development, achieve true happiness, and feel more empowered. Which teaching struck a chord with you? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this discussion. I truly enjoy hearing what you think and learning from your experiences. It's what makes our community so strong. Also, if you're eager to discover more life-changing advice, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming tips here on time-tested advice. Keep in mind, life isn't solely about arriving at the end point. It's about embracing the path you take to get there. It's the teachings you absorb, the personal growth you undergo, and the knowledge you gain through the process. And I'm grateful to share this journey with you. Until we meet again, stay resilient, stay empowered, and continue seeking growth.